We are heading to the middle of nowhere, Kentucky. We're just living in the van. You see this beautiful van? Van life, bro!
Basically, I have ran into a time traveler.
And he's looking right at me. Elusive Methy the Myth Monster. He's asked me to go to the local tobacco shop and obtain him a glass pipe.
So I think this woman found all the documentation that we left in our investigation, and now Methy lives. If any of that makes sense.
Where are we again?
The International Paranormal Research Center in Somerset, Kentucky.
All right, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
There's 3 different rooms. You can take as many pictures as you like, film, whatever.
Okay.
And if you have any questions, just let me know.
Thank you so
You're
much.
very welcome. Everybody knows her as Gladys the Mannequin. She's probably her most famous piece. She came from a local bookstore.
Wait a minute, was it the old bookstore by Kroger?
Yes, yeah.
I remember this. She fell on top of me a year before I got pregnant with her. They used to have her in like these weird biker shorts with glasses on her head and stuff.
I can vouch she's
Oh my gosh, that's you?
That's
You're
Gladys.
creepy, lady. Because I danced with her. She fell over on top of me and I was like, la, 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 la.
Maybe she was love struck.
I've had multiple people say that she's winked at them. Multiple people say that she's like changed her like facial features.
We had a blast. I mean, I was under the influence a little bit, but that was back in the day, you know.
Also, the leprechaun's cursed, so people like to coax him a lot. It was rumored that every person who would buy him from somebody would have something bad happen to them right after. I've had people come in here apologizing. It's just the funniest thing to just be like, I'm sorry, leprechaun.
I was telling you about the METH hogs, and there they be.
I think that the most popular shadow person I've ever heard is the man in the top hat.
Oh, don't. Yeah, I know.
I've drawn pictures of him. I have them dated. I've drawn pictures of him for years.
I've heard at least 10 accounts of this shadow person that everybody sees it. And I've seen it more than once here. It's just like a tall man in a top hat.
Because the things that I see are kind of Jack Skeleton-like, and I've been seeing them since I was like 6 years old. And they've got shadowy faces, and it almost, when they move, they kind of move like trees a little bit. And when they do that, their jaws just
Oh, I hate that.
swing.
I hate that.
I called them mamushkins when I was little because I didn't know what else to call them because they were just. And then when I became a teenager, I realized that I didn't have imaginary friends, that I was seeing these things in hedgerows and on the side of the road and in weird places. In my grandfather's barn, and I was seeing them. I had one at the foot of my bed that grabbed me by the ankles and jerked me across my bed. Stuff like that. So I went and got counseling, and I still see them. So I'm creeped out that I've been drawing since I was a little kid, and there's other people that seen these things because I don't really talk about it much to other people because I don't want people to think I'm crazy. So, which I am crazy, but like I'm medicated and I see a therapist, but I still see these things. And I've talked to my therapist about it, and she says that it's not relatable to my dissociative state. The cool thing I love about my therapist, and we're going to talk about therapy because that's important in these matters. She gave me a list of things called cognitive distortions when you first start out, because there's people running around here with depression, PTSD. You do hallucinate, you do hear stuff, but then there's the things that when you're fine, you're medicated, you're not stressing, and then you see it. And then you're like, wait. Then you start popping out your camera, you start writing them down, then other people are talking about them too. And it's like, we can't all be sharing this. There's that whole phenomenon that you can feed each other bull basically, and then everybody. You feed people that, and they can feed it to you. But then there's just those moments, like just now, you know, because these are things that I only tell people that are close to me. Do you have any items in this building that pertain to time travel?
I don't think so.
Okay, good. It says in 1931, a doctor informed Bill A. Houston that his ailing kidneys were about to kill him. He was told by either an angel or a mysterious voice, accounts vary, to walk out to his door in a specific spot near his house, mark it with a stick, then drill a well exactly 252 feet deep. The water from that well, he was assured, would cure him. Bill A. Houston lived 22 healthy years drinking his miraculous water after he was told he was going to die. Do you want to drink one with us? Shot?
Sure.
Cheers to the creepies.
Cheers to the creepies, man.
Thank you, Bill. Appreciate you. We're conducting our own investigations all around Kentucky. And like weird places that people don't hit, like in Renfro Valley. And we're going to Soule's Chapel tonight.
Oh, good luck.
The first time I went there, I went with a group of my friends back in the day. This was before the chapel was burnt down.
Yeah.
When we got halfway down that road, I just got this real sick to gut feeling, you know. And I was like, I don't know. I don't feel cool about going out here.
I've heard the same story from my mom. She wouldn't get out at all.
Mhm.
And she just sat in the car when they went out there. And she said as soon as they left, all the doors locked and she didn't touch it. They didn't have like key fobs back then, you know, where you can lock your door from far away. I had a woman say that she got pushed and like scratched on the back and stuff. And that's a pretty common theme out there.
Mm-hmm.
Also a pretty common theme is I've heard people being taken over by a poltergeist. I had one guy come in here about 2 years ago and would sit there and tell me about his sister that got attacked by werewolves. A vampire came into his house uninvited. He saw Bigfoot jump over a guardrail. And that's probably the worst one that I've ever heard because it was
There's
funny.
vampire werewolves and stuff because he visited Soule's Chapel.
Yeah.
My sister got attacked by a werewolf down there at Soule's Chapel. It done diddly done it. I seen it.
Yeah.
Growing up there was why I was up in school. Like I just couldn't function on a normal level with other people because I was seeing all this stuff, and I stayed in therapy and counseling and stuff like my whole life because I thought maybe I was losing my damn mind. And as soon as I moved away from there, it stopped. You know, like I said, you know, you start to question your mental health when you see stuff and feel stuff, and it's like, you know, religion aside, demons aside, I don't know what it is. I don't know, you know, I'm kind of like Janelle, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, but the things that I've seen have made me believe her. That's how we ended up chasing dead nuns in her basement, you know, I mean. It's just been too odd in my life that these things have always happened around me. And something about Soule's Chapel just started pulling me like crazy. And the fact that I've been there twice and I've refused to go in is one thing. And now I'm ready to go there. We're gonna have to walk from that point. I'm gonna ask these people if we can have permission to go here.
Walking to their doom. They're gonna be fine, right?